Hey guys, this is Cruiseroy. This is the Quickie 18. I'm just going to go over a few things. I've been having trouble starting this. I broke down the motor, cleaned it with acetone, made some new gaskets out of red RTV, put her back in the heli. For some reason, sometimes she'll start, sometimes I'll sit here all day and burn through that battery on the line, and it won't even start. And so what I did now is I put a little bit of fuel in. I filled up the small tank and halfway through this tank. Battery BEC. I have a new glow igniter now, and let me turn the radio on. First I want to dial this jet in. I'm following a little screw hole here, so 1, 2, and that would be 3, so I'll back it up. They say 2 3/4 out. There's a little tiny screw in here. I got the idle completely out. I'll let the radio deal with the idle, and let me spin it around. As you notice, we got our first snow, and Saturday it's coming even harder. There's a screw right here. It blocks a little hole on the top of the carburetor. I pushed it all the way in. It blocks the hole. I came out so it's halfway. It's like a little. It's not really it's bigger than a pinhole, but I'm halfway through that hole to let half as much through. That one I can adjust. It's hard to do the idle one, but and then the main jet, 2 3/4, and as you can see, it's very windy out here, but I'm just going to try to start this thing. So per instructions, quick heli, they said in the manual for the Quickie 18, is 2 3/4 out on this main jet. I'm not sure on the other jets. It wasn't in the instructions. I'm going half port. I have this booster here. I've been checking the lines. None of them look like they're leaking, or so I don't know if I'm getting air in. I got red RTV on the muffler, and that's all tight. And I have a glow igniter. Let me take the muffler plug out. Alright, what we're going to try to do here is I'll turn the heli on, gyro initialized. What Irwin said was the glow igniter is not on. Run it 3 to 4 seconds and try to get the new fuel up. My fuel lock is off, so the fuel should flow. It won't go unless I put my finger on the exhaust, but there goes the fuel into the carburetor. Alright, now I know the fuel's in the carb, and I think if I tip the heli, usually some fuel comes out of the muffler, but the fuel is to the carb. 2 3/4 out here. I can switch on my new glow lighter from either the switch or I push the button, but I'll use the button for now. I have my throttle all the way down. It's trimmed up about 1/4 of the way up, but I'm going to leave it the way it is first, with no throttle, no anything. See, nothing at all. The glow light went out. I know the glow plug's working. It's a brand new 8. It's not grounding on anything. It's put in there like that with the red alligator clip, grounded to the block of the motor. So now, let me try it again. I'm going to put the throttle up just a little bit like that. Push the glow. But see, the minute I try to idle down, she shuts right off. So it's kind of hard to and there it was biting the clutch a little bit, so try it again. I just So now it's back to that. It started to. Let me turn the glow igniter on. She tries to start, but she won't. A little more throttle. You put too much and then you're... We used to start without all that throttle. Oh, see, it just wants to die down. See, I have to force the idle to get it to stay running. I'm going to close this up to 2 turns. A little bit of throttle. It's like trying to start. Oops. Yeah, that would work. It's like trying to start, but she's not starting. Only if I give it a lot of throttle, which starts putting it bring it back out. Let me put it back in again. 1, 2, 2.5, let's say. It's like she wants to start, but she don't have, I don't know. I'm not understanding this motor. There's something I wish I had the real instructions to this motor, but you hear it, it's trying to start, but it don't want to start. Alright, that's the problem I got. The other day it started up, ran for 5 minutes, died. Now it won't even idle or run at all, so I don't know if I get enough compression. I'll have to try to find some fuel line to rechange them all. It doesn't look like they're leaking or anything, but it could be the fuel line's got a leak. But that's what I got. Okay guys, this is Cruiseroy. I got it running right now, so that's idle. If I lower it any more on the trim, try to straighten it out on the table here. Now, if I want it to get to an idle, hit the trim. I'm going a little bit at a time on the trim. I'm just quick throttling it up and down. I'm still not at my idle that it used to idle really good with the blade stopped. Now it needs to be a lot higher to keep it running. just doing a throttle ups and down. See if you guys can hear anything. It seems to be letting it warm up a little bit. I'm going to try to drop the throttle. Before it used to run smooth and I could grab the blades. See, it wants to. So I put the throttle down. She's still got the clutch engaged. So I wouldn't be able to grab it, put it on the ground. Couple clicks down on the trim. See, now she's starting to rattle. Oh, there she goes. That's what I mean. You get it running and then she won't come to an idle to where she can idle smooth and where I can grab it and actually put it on the ground. And now, if I even try to start it again, I think I used a teaspoon of fuel. We'll try to start it. See how it's trying to burp and fart? But as soon as I let out the stick, I'm going to run out of battery again. So you can see how much fun that it isn't anymore to play with this, because I'll burn up all my batteries in my starter before I even get it in the air for 10 seconds. I'd have to leave the starter in it to let it run. Well, that's enough for me. But that's what it's doing. I think the motor's junk. I don't know. Let me know. Thanks. Bye.